Yun. So today we will be discussing about friction. So dito naman tayo sa friction. Gawa tayo ng series dito about the friction. So what is a friction? Actually, I will not be discussing anymore the definition of the friction, but I will be illustrating here the concept on how friction works or how to solve the friction. Okay, so meron tayo ditong mass or a block which is having a mass. This would be actually this would be a surface. Sabi natin pavement or whatsoever. Mas lang sa surface yan. Tapos nakapag yung ating uh, mm, box na may mass. Okay, so in that equation, we have the mass or we have the weight. Yung weight natin is going downward. We have for the weight, that is mg, or the mass times the gravitational acceleration due to gravity. And then of course, kung downward siya, of course yung plane natin is magre-react with the normal to the plane, or sinasabi natin that is a normal force. Diba yung normal force, according to the law of motion, sa second law of motion, so ganun siya, diba? Tapos kunyari meron tayong force applied, diba, the force P. Yung force applied natin, that is force P. Okay, so what will be happening kung syempre, kasi mayroon siyang downward force. Kung may downward force, may upward force to para maging equilibrium yung ating magiging value or yung ating body or this block, di ba? Magiging equilibrium. Kung may force naman tayo na i-apply going to the right, of course, meron din tayong force na mag-apply the left. So yung the left na yun, that is the frictional force. Okay? Siya yung frictional force natin. Nakapunta dito. Kasi syempre, hihilain mo na siya eh. Hihilain mo siya papunta dito. So, of course, magre-resist ngayon yung plane. Itong plane, tapos itong natin, block, magre-resist siya. Magkakaroon siya ng friction dyan. And then, okay, yung formula natin for the friction, that is equal to the coefficient of friction or the mu times the normal. Yung normal natin or yung N, yung normal force. That's our formula. Then yung R naman natin or the resultant, the resultant friction is ganito yung ating magiging illustration niya. Then we have here the ang tawag natin dito, the angle of friction. Yung phi na yan, that is the angle of friction na tinatawag. So for the formula, diba makakabot tayo ng triangle? With the formula, this would be your F, this would be your normal. Okay, so tangent phi is equal to F over N, where the value of your F is equal to the fan, diba, fan, that is coefficient of friction times the normal. So, cancel natin yung N. Ang matitira dyan is the tangent theta or the tangent phi is equal to the coefficient of friction. Or should we say that the angle of friction is equal to the arctangent of the coefficient of friction. So, ganyan yung ating magiging value or yung ating magiging solution for the angle of friction. Okay, for example, we have here a block. Sabihin natin may 100 Newton. Of course, meron tayong normal force na 100 Newton din. Be equilibrium, di ba? Para maging equilibrium siya. And then, may force i-apply tayo dito. Of course, meron tayong F or meron tayong friction. Sabihin natin, we have the coefficient of friction na 0.5. This is for the static. S stands for the static. And we have the coefficient of friction in a kinetic, 0.25. So magkaiba yung kanilang, or mas mababa yung value ni kinetic friction kaysa sa static friction. Kasi, ibig sabihin kasi pag static friction is ganun, no motion is applied or walang motion na magaganap doon sa object. Wala pang motion. Pag kinetic yun na yung nangyari. Ibig sabihin, meron na siyang dynamic effect. Nag-move na siya ngayon. Nag-move na itong object. Nag-move na siya. So, medyo maliit na yung kanyang coefficient of friction kasi may movement na. Diba? May movement na kasi siya. Nag-accelerate na kasi siya. Dito sa static, wala pa. Walang motion na nagaganap. So, let us compute. Yung this would be your max or yung maximum friction mo. Diba? That is your maximum friction in terms of static friction. Diba? Ibig sabihin, kung ginagamit mo yung static coefficient of static friction is magkakaroon ka ng pinakamalaki mong friction. That's why F max yung mangyayari. Ibig sabihin kasi, that is the allowable load na hindi siya gagalaw. Or that would be the, if we sum up this one, yung maximum friction mo is equal to the P. That is the allowable na magiging value ng P na hindi siya gagalaw yung object mo. Okay, so kung hindi mo masyadong nag-gets, let us have the value mamaya. Solve muna natin. Yung F max mo is 0.3. Yung F max mo is 0.3 times 100. Diba? 0.3 times 100, that is for your normal. And we have the 30 kN. That is your value ngayon ng F max mo, yung friction maximum mo. Okay, for the kinetic naman, we have 0.25 times 100, 25 kN. Ganito yung mangyayari dyan sa kanya. Okay? So, let us assume we have the value of P. Diba? Yung P natin is equal to 10 kN. Of course, yung magiging friction mo dyan, hindi yung 30 or yung 25. Yung magiging friction mo dyan is 10. Only 10. Only 10 lang yung magiging friction mo kasi para maging equilibrium. So, ibig sabihin, kaya pa ng hindi pa siya magkakaroon ng movement. Kasi yung F na kaya niya, na hindi siya gagalaw is 30 kN. Pag lumagpas na siya ng 30 kN, yung F mo, ibig sabihin, gagalaw na siya. Gagalaw na siya. So, discuss natin yan. Let's have a drop. We have the friction, yung friction natin. Tapos dito naman, we have the force P. Ito yung mangyayari sa kanya ngayon. Yung natin is 10. Ibig sabihin yung friction natin is also 10 para maging equilibrium. So, lagyan natin dito. Okay? So, next. Gawin natin 20. Hindi na 10. Ang gawin natin 20. Yung friction po pa din is magiging 20. Diba? 20 pa din yung magiging friction mo. Kasi para maging equilibrium. So, lagyan natin dito. That is P20 and then 20. Diyan din. So, what if naman 30? Yung yung force P mo is 30. So, yung friction mo pa din is 30. Diba? Dito siya. Ibig sabihin, na-reach niya yung maximum na friction. Diba? Na-reach na niya. Kasi yung maximum natin na friction na hindi siya gagalaw is 30. Only 30. Diba? Only 30 kN. Hanggang 30 kN lang yung pwede mong i-apply. Diba? Yung pwede mong i-apply is 30 hanggang 30 kN lang. Para yung object mo is hindi magkaroon ng movement or hindi siya gagalaw. And pag lumagpas ka dyan, that would be gagalaw na siya. Di ba? How about kung yung load mo is 35 na. Yung friction mo is 25 na lang. Okay? Kasi, ganito yan eh. Yung force P mo, naging 35 na. Yung kanyan lang kaya na hawakan ng friction, na frictional force is hanggang 30 kN lang. So kung nag-35 na yan, hindi na siya magiging equilibrium. Diba? Hindi na siya magiging equilibrium. Yung mangyayari sa kanya, magkakaroon na siya ng movement. Diba? Kasi yung kaya lang niya i-resist is 30 kN. Yung magiging frictional applied naman niya habang nagkakaroon na siya ng movement, yung magiging frictional lang niya dyan is 25 kN. Kasi naging kinetic na siya. Nagkaroon na siya ng dynamic effect. Diba? Yung kanina na pagdating natin dito, yung 30, is what we call the tending motion. It is about to start. It is about to move. Magmumove pa lang siya kung 30 kasi yung maximum natin is 30. Yung tawag dyan is impending motion. Ibig sabihin, dyan yung transition na mag-detect effect na magkakaroon na siya ng movement. Okay? Magkakaroon na siya ng motion. So, kung i-plot natin yan, ganon. Dito na siya. This would be 35, tapos 25 naman yung ating, is F. Halimbawa naman, if we discuss naman, papuntang, yung 40P mo naman, yung P naman, yung 40, ganon pa din yung magiging F mo. 25 pa din. Diba? Kahit iakyat mo pa to ng 50, yung magiging value ng F is 25 pa rin kasi nakakinetic ka na. Nasa dynamic effect na siya. Ganon. Ibig sabihin, in our graph, magkakaroon siya ng ganitong graph. Yan. Magdadrop kasi na siya. Dito, is walang motion na mangyayari. Tapos dito, nagkaroon na siya ng motion. Tawag natin dito, this would be the static friction. Itong portion na yan. That is static friction. At saka dito naman, that is a kinetic friction. Kinetic friction or dynamic friction. Okay? So, medyo maganda itong friction na ito. Pag-aralan natin ito. Stay tuned ka lang dito sa ating channel. Mag-subscribe ka para medyo latest yung mapapanood about our discussion.